Moving on, John, you have an article here about a shortage of information security professionals. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Guy here in CSO, Rocco Del Carmine, sent me a copy of this slide out of ISAC that talks really about that we're in a bit of a skills crisis now. We continue to address and recognize that APT attacks, that data security, especially PCI, sensitive SPI data, those things are very important to us, and they're growing. The risk and the threat that puts those at risk is growing, sometimes exponentially depending upon the market. So, we have to think about who's holding those keys to that kingdom. Is it, we can only rely on the hardware and software so long. We need people to actually develop that hardware, to create that software, and then to in turn manage it and recognize what you're seeing on it. And so we have that balance of, high risk is growing. Sometimes the security needs are growing as well, but the people that run them, the physical individuals, we don't have the same number that we used to have, and certainly some of the industries are lowering the amount of expenditure they're doing on those individuals. I mean, in the old days, we used to say that every 10 firewalls needed one person, and now you're lucky to get 100 firewall, or at least 100 firewall virtual machines, with one person. And so we have this need that for people that are trained and knowledgeable about security sufficiently to manage the risk, and that those bodies are diminishing, the number of them.
So what would you say is the path forward? I mean, is it increased automation to try and lessen the burden on those small number of individuals who have to deal with such a large number of assets to keep secure? Or is it more of an education of users, an education of more InfoSec professionals, better training of the existing ones? What would you say?
I think it's a little bit of all of the above. I mean, you have personal opinions, run rampant in this industry, but my own personal opinion is that we need more bodies, and the only way you're going to get more bodies is if you train them. And so the best ways are for colleges, institutions to actually run cybersecurity programs. I know there are a number of them out there. I've seen some master degree programs that have been published that that other universities can adopt. We got to get the people up, and we do have to increase automation. But I think that if we don't do the training and we don't express that need, that this is a growing field with jobs that are available, then we're going to end up in a crisis.
Agreed. I know that my own alma mater has a cybersecurity program now. Kind of wish I could have gotten on that bandwagon. I think, Stan, that yours as well.
Yeah, I graduated from Polytechnic University, and they have a pretty strong program. I guess the government, even maybe 10 years ago, had identified this need. They created special scholarships and various programs to address this, but 10 years later, the need is still here, and so more needs to be done.
The need's even higher, and we're certainly not keeping up with the need very well.
All right, well, thank you very much, John.